day, man, I just started to get some breakfast. And I just seen my dog at his work truck getting him some breakfast. I'm like, man, that's money. That's what it do, man. What's up, man? I'm like, damn, look at my dog working, man. Me and my dog got a job, man. And then I just went to thinking, like, man, we really done turned into some suckers, man. I ain't think it was gonna be like that.
You see how he was just smiling, and when he got to the end, he didn't think it was gonna be like this. His whole facial expression just changed. And I want y'all to understand some things. What music, TV, and movies portray is never reality. It's never reality. See, you think being in the streets when you're younger, right? Skipping school, being in the streets, selling drugs, all of those gang activities, stuff like that, you may think that stuff is cool, but it's really not. None of that is cool, right? And for him to have a job and equate that to being a sucker, that just shows you where his mentality is. And the people in his area he's from, his hood, or they probably shame him for that. Y'all ever notice, or y'all ever see the posts, the memes where it'll have the one guy that's graduated college and he comes home and nobody's happy for him, and then you have the other guy that's been in jail and he comes home and everybody's so excited and ecstatic to see him, right? And you would think that the roles would be reversed. The guy who graduated college, you think that would be an honorable thing, something that should be celebrated, but it's not. But the guy who gets out of jail for most likely doing some bullshit stuff that he had no business doing, but because he was trying to gain respect or trying to show how tough he was, that was more honorable, that was more important than him doing something better for himself and creating generational wealth for him, his family, his children's children, and stuff like that. Now, you could argue the fact that it's because people don't want you to do better than them. They want to see you do good but not better than them, right? The crab in the barrel mentality, crab in the bucket, crab in the barrel mentality, right? You ever see a crab in a barrel, you see the other ones reaching up to bring it back down. The one that's getting pulled out, they're trying to bring him back down to where they are, because that's not how that works. You're gonna stay here with us, you're gonna get the same fate we get. And a lot of the times, if you don't move out of the city you're from, you very well may not make it, to see a six-figure income or have a family that's prosperous and that y'all are actually together. You know what I'm saying? There's no structure with y'all family. You'll have babies by multiple women, right? Not because you wanted it to happen that way, but that's what is pretty much normalized in that specific area or that specific socio-economical development. I'll put it that way. That's what's most acceptable. So what you see most people doing, that's what you're probably going to what you see most people doing is probably what you're going to gravitate towards. You see what I'm saying? What you see most people doing is what you're going to gravitate towards. I'm not saying that you could be in that area and still make some type of progress, but you're going to get so much further if you get around like-minded people, right? And this is case in point. This man could possibly have been, a drug dealer or, involved in some criminal activities. Things didn't go out how he thought it were going to go. Things didn't pan out how he thought they were going to pan out. He thought he was going to be, the kingpin of his city, right? Or he was going to be able to sell drugs and sustain his life for the rest of the time, but it never happens that way. You're going to eventually get got. You're going to be in and out of jail mostly your whole life, and then you get punished for that. You go to jail for a number amount of years. Everything you've had or anything you've accumulated gets seized in the process. So when you finally get released, you get released into ground zero. You back on block one, right? So where you thought you could cheat the game and take shortcuts by being underhanded. And I'm not saying that, you know, you can't have people don't get out and have a plan, but a lot of the times you thinking you got a certain amount of money you're going to accumulate and you're going to get in and get out. Nah, it's not gonna work that way. Nah, never does, right? So yeah, so you're stuck in this revolving cycle to where now, oh, you done restarted 2-3 times now. At this point, you like, man, fuck it, I'd just rather stay in jail. You get what I'm saying? Or you finally wise up and you get yourself a job, right? And then instead of looking at this job as an opportunity to build yourself, you look at the job as you selling out. Don't look at it that way. It's all about your mentality and what you're gonna do with this job. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You get what I'm saying? A job should never be frowned upon because everybody has to start somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Just as long as you don't get stagnant, as long as you don't procrastinate and just get complacent in where you are, because you know where you need to be and where you need to go. And it doesn't matter, you know, you can fail. You know, failure is good because the more you fail, that is just another a piece of knowledge that you're gaining. So you failed this way, but let me try it this way. As long as you don't give up, that's the main thing. But you should never, moral of the story, never frown upon having a job and having to work for somebody. If you don't want somebody standing over you, get a job that has less of a micromanagement. You feel me? Get a job that doesn't have a micromanager. They don't want to micromanage you. They don't stand over top of you. Make sure you're making the quota. Get a job that's more relaxed, right? There are ways around it. You can do things and make a substantial amount of money not having to do things illegally. Because if you are doing things on the up and up, you don't got to look over your shoulders. You got to, be paranoid about if somebody's coming to get you. You don't have to worry about, you rob somebody and you know that somebody could be coming for you. You don't have to worry about any of that. If you do everything on the up and up, you know that everything's solidified, everything is legitimate. I mean, shit. Well, what could go wrong? It may take a little more time to do shit the legitimate way, but I'm telling you, that is way more wholesome and that is way more rewarding than trying to make fast money or not wanting to work for somebody. And if you don't want to work for somebody, become an entrepreneur, figure out how to do that. But it's way more valuable and it's way more rewarding and it's way more wholesome to do things on the up and up, because nobody gets to cheat the game and live to tell the tale, right? Your rewards for being in the streets is what? Jail or life sentence, or you're just in and out, back and forth. Those are your options. You get what I'm saying? Now, I don't know, right? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the situation. In the comments. Let me know how I feel about this in the comments. If I'm on point with it. If y'all have a different perspective on this situation, get in the comments, let me know. But make sure down y'all's girl COTs. It's your boy Alex. Catch y'all in the next one.